Good morning, my friends. There is nothing more satisfying than drinking a nice cup of coffee, cup of joe, whatever you call it, and having some warm lemon biscotti in the oven. So if you're interested in my favorite lemon biscotti recipe, stay tuned, guys. So these are the ingredients you guys are gonna need. We're gonna need some walnuts. I mashed them up. We're gonna need either some whatever sweetener you guys use. I usually, like I said before in my other recipes, I like to blend my sugars, some salt, some olive oil, which I'm gonna use today, or you can use avocado oil, any other oil but coconut oil for this recipe. Flaxseed meal to make your flaxseed egg because we're making a keto vegan, and almond flour, of course. And here we go, guys. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am making the lemon biscotti, which is one of my favorite recipes I got from one of the YouTubers here, because as you know, I search for the best keto vegan recipes I can add to my channel. And let's just get started because this is such an easy, great recipe. Especially this morning I woke up and it was kind of cool outside here in Colorado, and it just reminded me of the fall, and that's one of my favorite seasons. I don't know about you guys, but I love the fall. So here we go. I'm gonna just switch over the camera to show you what I'm actually doing. So let's do this. So first we're gonna need 2 cups of almond flour, and you guys know I use this almond flour because it's my favorite almond flour. It's just fine and it's super fine. It says that they are super fine. So I added 2 cups of almond flour in here, and I love this recipe because of course you guys know it's simple and it's easy, and one bowl, that's all you need, and you can just add everything in here. So I also added my egg flaxseed because I am trying to do keto vegan when I can, because I have a vegan son that lives here, and I just love to combine those two I guess recipes, right? Like vegan and keto, it's not that easy, but because this recipe requires just 1 egg, it's the best when you're gonna do like a vegan recipe like this with the flaxseed meal that you create. Is one tablespoon of flaxseed and 3 tablespoons of water into this, and you let it sit for 5 minutes, and you create egg consistency. When it asks you for 1 or 2 of eggs, and you can use this, actually you can use this, but if it's asking you like 4 or 5, 6 eggs, that means the recipe requires rise, fluffiness, airiness, whatever, however you say that, to make that recipe. So when, like I said, if you're gonna do like a flaxseed egg, it's best to do it like if it only requires 1 or 2 eggs, you know, in the recipe, then this is fine. So I'm gonna put this flaxseed egg in here. I've never done this with the flaxseed egg, so I'm thinking it's gonna come out. But if you're keto, you can actually just add the 1 egg, okay? You're gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt. You can add a 1/4 teaspoon of it, of salt, right? You're gonna add the 1/4 cup of oil, which is great. You can use either avocado oil. The recipe doesn't include coconut oil because she said it softens up the consistency of the biscotti. So we don't want that, right? We want like a nice biscotti taste. It's, you know, crunchy. So that's that. We're gonna also add a few drops of maple syrup, maple extract. Now, I have this one. So maple extract is great when you can't use any maple syrup. And keto, you're not supposed to use any maple syrup. Vegan, you can use maple syrup, but I'm adding this because I'm combining both. So you could put like about, I don't know, 6, 8 drops. It smells so delicious. This little extract is like amazing. It's lasts me like about a year, of course, depending how many times you use this. Okay, and I also have some lemon extracts, which why not, right? It's a lemon biscotti. So I had I don't know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, right? What else I need? So I have my flaxseed. I like to move everything up on the side so I know what I'm missing. I had the olive oil. So you guys know I love to combine my sugars. So I'm adding, and this recipe, let me see, is for sweetener, 1/3 cup of sweetener. Now you can add a 1/2 cup. It depends how sweet you want your biscotti. I may just do 1/4 of the sweetener, and I think I'm just gonna use this sweetener, maybe a little bit of this. I mean, that's how I do it, right? You can add the monk fruit if you like. I mean, that's how I do it. I think it just tastes so much better when you add different kind of sugars. And this one, actually this one, I'm gonna do my maple glaze with this one because it's more powdery. And I mean, you can do the maple glaze with either and I love this one, and I know it's Splenda and the brown sugar, but I'm just gonna add a little bit of that one just because I like it. A little bit, just a little bit. It's not gonna kill you. Just a little bit's not gonna kill me. So there I go. So I added 3 different sugars to this recipe, but you can just add 1. And there we go, put that in there. All this goes to the side. That is done. Okay, so now we're gonna mix this, and it's so easy because what I'm also gonna add to this recipe is walnuts, because I love walnuts. And yeah, why not? If you're allergic to any kind of nuts, of course, don't use it. Mix it well. I'm gonna add, so this is what I do with my bag of walnuts all the time. I take a hammer and I literally mash them up into really small pieces so I can use it on a lot of different other recipes, you know? And I love that the oil that comes out of that walnut makes the biscotti so damn good. So you can add a 1/4 cup, 1/3 cup. I'm putting this much, okay? I love the oil in the walnut, especially when it's mashed up. So I'm gonna mix this all, guys, and yeah. Okay, so I am just mushing this up. Is that the word? Mushing it up. And it's supposed to feel nice and firm. Pick up those little crumbles in the bottom. It already smells good. It's not even in the oven. Okay, so this is how I do it. Picking every little crumb up. Right, I'm gonna mold it here. I'm gonna try to do as long as I can. I hope you guys enjoyed the step-by-step, just actually watching me mold it. I think it's so therapeutic when I see other people do it, instead of like always cutting it really quick. I like to see how people actually, you know, do it. And I do try to, you know, do step-by-step as much as I can, because it's not as easy when you're recording it, right? Because it just takes like too long. And you press it because you want to actually press this, right? Until it's like really long. They say 10x4. And then that's how I do it. I don't know if this is 10x4, but maybe I'll make it a little bigger. A little log. I gotta press it, you know. It's not gonna rise too much, guys, because it doesn't have an egg in here, right? It has the flaxseed egg. But this is how I like to do it. I go back and forth. Try to make it look as pretty as I can. And even, you know, like in that, I don't want one side to be thicker than the other. And you're gonna bake this for 325 for about 30 minutes. Take it out, let it cool. Then we're gonna cut into it, and then we're gonna bake it twice. Bake it again for another 30 minutes at, I believe, 250. Or let me see, it says, yeah, 250 for the second bake. All right, so this is, look how beautiful this looks, guys. Right? So it's gonna go in the oven, first bake. Okay guys, since the biscotti is in the oven, let's continue and make the, not filling, the drizzle, right, to put on top of the biscotti. So I added here about a quarter cup of powdered sugar. Now I added 2 different sugars in here. I added the monk fruit, this is like powdery, and then I added a little bit of the Splenda brown sugar. I also added a little bit of lemon extract, and I'm gonna start adding now the maple syrup extract. So like I said, 5 or 6 drops of this is fine. And I also like to sprinkle always a little bit of salt, like very little. And then you're just gonna mix this up. It's a simple whatchamacallit, glaze. You can hear that. So you're gonna add a little bit. I like to mix it first before I add a little bit of water. So I'm gonna add probably a tablespoon of water, and then we'll take it from there. You can add as little or as much as you need for the glaze. If you have a little mixer, you can mix it, but I'm just gonna do it this way. I had this sitting here for a little bit. That's why I got a little hard. So don't do that. But that's okay. It's not a biggie. It's just a little glaze just to put over the biscotti, which is really nice. A nice little extra sweetness, right? Who doesn't like a lot of extra sweetness? I know I do. And that's it, guys. So I'm just waiting for my biscotti to cool down, which I have right here. Like I said, it didn't rise much just because it's the vegan one. If I had probably an egg, it would have probably rose a little bit, but not bad. So it's a little cool. I'm just gonna cut this maybe like in a little angle. Can you see what I'm doing? Should I bring this closer? Be careful, you know, it could break if it's too hot. So you want to do it like slowly. I think mine is a little too hot. I love this recipe. It's so good. All right. So then I usually cut it like this in the middle. It's a nice little snack with my coffee. So I'm gonna bake this again for 250, another half hour. Hey guys, so the biscotti is baked twice, and this is the way it looks. It looks amazing. I can't wait to have some with my coffee, and I am ready to drink and dip. So I'm gonna show you what I'm doing with the glaze. This is the way it looks. Let me focus this a little bit. And so it's a little warm, not too bad. I can see if it don't break it. There you go. I'm putting it in a plate and move this over. Here's my glaze. It's like the simplest glaze to make. And Usually I do cut it in half, but you know, just for you guys, I'll do it like this. Pretty. Let them cool, you know. If you like them extra crunchy, you can leave it in the oven a little longer. As they cool down, they get really crunchy. So you see that? Here we go. There we go. I'm getting the hang of it. I need a cameraman. Any participants? All right. But anyway, that's the way it looks, and I'm just gonna like literally just drizzle it, you know, this maple glaze over. Look how pretty that looks. Let it cool down too, so like that this glaze can settle and dry up. And but I love this recipe, guys. I hope you guys get to try it, you know, and if you do, please comment below. Let me know if you have. It's such a nice thing to like just interact with you guys, and sometimes people just give you extra ideas, and I just love that because I learn from so many, you know, when I look at YouTube videos and the comments below, I you know, you get to learn how what other people are doing or making it easier or whatever, etc., etc. So I don't like to waste anything, as you guys know. How beautiful is that? Okay, guys, so enjoy, and please subscribe and like this video, and I would really appreciate that. Okay, bye guys.